If a button could bring back the person you love most, you'd press it, right? But what if pressing it isn't love? What if it's the most selfish thing you could ever do? Because there's a catch. You can only press it once. One press, one person. Now imagine this. The person you lost comes back, not younger, not healed, not at peace. They come back exactly as they were at the end. Sick, exhausted, in pain, and you're the one who brought them back, the one who dragged them back into all of this. Grief makes us desperate. It's a strange glitch in the brain. For a few seconds after you wake up, you genuinely forget they're gone. And then reality hits you again, all at once. So if someone put that glowing red button on a table right now, my hand would probably hit it before I even had time to think. But the more I think about it, the more I realize something terrifying. If that button actually existed, pressing it might be the cruelest thing we could ever do. Here's what started bothering me. When we miss someone, our brains become incredibly generous. They don't show us the whole truth. They edit the memory. We remember them laughing at the dinner table, wearing that old sweater, telling the same story for the 100th time. But think about how they actually left. Because death usually doesn't look like a clean goodbye. Sometimes it looks like a hospital bed, a body too tired to keep fighting, a voice too weak to finish a sentence. So what exactly are you bringing back? The person you miss, or the pain they finally escaped? And let's talk about life, because being alive isn't just breathing. It's bills, it's fear, it's bad news before breakfast, it's watching your body get older, it's losing people one by one and pretending you're fine at work the next morning. And when someone finally reaches the end of their life, maybe there's relief in that, a kind of quiet they haven't felt since they were a kid, and we want to press a button and drag them back into the noise, back into the commute, back into the stress. I had to admit this to myself recently. If I pressed that button, I wouldn't be doing it for them. I'd be doing it for me, because my grief is too loud, and I want it to stop. But let's say it's magic. Let's say they come back completely healthy. Then comes the cruelest rule. Like I said at the start, you can only press it once, one person. Most of us have lost more than one person we love. So the second your finger touches that button, you're not just choosing love anymore. You're making a ranking. You're deciding whose life mattered more. If you choose your partner, you're looking at the memory of your mother or your best friend and saying, not you. If you choose your child, your spouse stays behind in the dark forever. So how do you live with that? How do you carry that for the rest of your life? Because that guilt wouldn't just hurt, it would destroy you completely. And it would destroy you faster than the grief you were trying to escape. So, we step away from the button, but stepping away doesn't empty the house, does it? It's still quiet. They're still gone. I've noticed something after funerals. Nobody really knows how to talk about the person in the present tense anymore. It's always, he was. She used to. But you don't actually have to do that. You don't need a magical button to keep someone around. I have a friend who lost her dad a few years ago, and every November, without fail, she makes his spaghetti recipe. I've had it. Objectively speaking, it's terrible spaghetti. She was never a good cook, but every year, she makes it anyway, and almost every time, she cries into the sauce, but she still makes it. Because for those 2 hours in the kitchen, he's not a memory. He's right there, complaining about the garlic, just like he always did, and maybe That's how you bring someone back. Not by forcing them back into the world, but by letting them keep living. In the small things, you still do. And you can still talk to them. Just normal conversation. Hey, the car made that weird noise again today. You would have hated this movie. Give them a place to exist. In your ordinary Tuesday afternoons. There's one more thing, though, and this one sneaks up on you. You catch yourself smiling, and suddenly you feel guilty, like you've betrayed them, like your happiness is proof that you forgot. But think about the person you loved. If they're watching you, do you really think they want to see you miserable for the next 40 years? As some kind of tribute? No. If they loved you, your happiness isn't an insult to their memory. It's proof that the love they gave you actually worked. It kept you going. So, look at the table again. Look at the button. You don't need it. Because maybe the point was never to bring them back. Maybe the point is to become the place where their love still exists. And holding on isn't always the bravest thing we can do. Sometimes, the bravest thing is letting them rest. You carry them with you, not as an anchor pulling you backward, but as part of what helps you keep going. They're safe now. And it's okay for you to be okay. Look, if you're watching this right now and you're missing someone, I'm sorry, I really am. I know a YouTube video doesn't fix a quiet house, but if you'd like to, leave a comment, just their name, or a weird habit they had, or that joke they always told. Let's put some of that love out into the world, and if this conversation helped, consider subscribing. We talk about difficult human things here, but we don't talk about them alone. Take care of yourself today. I'll see you next time.